The lecture hall of the Galactic Academy buzzed with the hushed voices of students from various corners of the universe. The room, a vast dome of shimmering metal and translucent screens, was filled with young alien minds, eager to absorb knowledge about the newly introduced species, the humans. Professor Xilthur, a towering being with iridescent scales, raised a clawed appendage to silence the murmurs. The lecture was about to begin. Today, Xilthur announced, we shall discuss the peculiar case of Homo sapiens, a recent addition to the intergalactic stage. The students leaned forward. Humans were still a mystery to most civilizations, and tales of their unusual ways were spreading fast. A holographic projection displayed Earth, a blue and green sphere teeming with life. Humans, Xilthur continued, are an intelligent species from the planet Earth. They are known for their adaptability, resilience, and a curious trait, a diet that includes the consumption of flesh. The hall fell into an eerie silence. A young Vromnian, whose species subsisted entirely on synthesized nutrients, raised a trembling limb. Professor, did you say flesh? As in consuming the bodies of other living beings? Xilthur nodded sullenly. Indeed. Humans are omnivores. They consume both plant and animal matter to sustain themselves. Gasps echoed through the hall. The idea of consuming another creature was abhorrent to most of the students. To them, sustenance was derived from renewable, non-living sources. To eat another being was unheard of, monstrous even. A Yalithian, her bioluminescent tendrils flickering with distress, spoke up. But that means humans hunt their food. They kill creatures and eat them. Correct, Xilthur replied. They have done so for millennia. From primitive tools to sophisticated hunting technologies, humans have mastered the art of predation. The students exchanged nervous glances. A Draxian, covered in sleek chitin, clicked his mandibles anxiously. Are they dangerous to us? Xilthur paused. That is a complicated question. Humans, despite their predatory nature, are also deeply social and cooperative. They do not consume sentient beings. Their predation is limited to lesser creatures of their own world. However, the professor tapped a control panel, bringing up images of historical human conflicts. Scenes of warriors, soldiers, and ancient hunts flashed before the students' eyes. When threatened, humans can be formidable. Their history is filled with conflicts, many driven by competition for resources, ideology, or survival. The Vromnian whimpered. How did they survive? Wouldn't such aggression lead to their downfall? Xilthur's eyes gleamed with knowledge. But that is the remarkable aspect of humanity. They balance their ferocity with ingenuity. When they hunt, they do not rely on raw strength but on intelligence. When they fight, they develop strategies. They build weapons, but also art, music, and philosophy. They are a paradox, a species capable of great destruction, but also immense creation. A Surlian, his gossamer wings twitching, hesitantly asked, have they ever turned their hunger towards other intelligent species? Xilthur shook his head. There is no record of humans consuming other sentient beings. Their moral frameworks and social structures prevent such actions. However, he paused for effect, there are instances where humans, under extreme conditions, have consumed their own kind. The entire hall shuddered in horror. But fear not, Xilthur assured them. These are rare and desperate acts, often in situations of starvation and isolation. The majority of humans find such things repugnant. The Lithian student gulped. Then what stops them from treating us as prey? Xilthur smiled, or at least performed the equivalent gesture for his species. Simple. Humans do not perceive intelligence as prey. In fact, their history shows that they form alliances with those they respect. They have coexisted with other predators on their own planet, even domesticating some to work alongside them. If you stand beside them as equals, they will not hunt you. Instead, they will protect you. A collective murmur spread through the students. The idea of forming bonds with such a species was both terrifying and fascinating. Then, the Draxian chittered. Perhaps it is wise to befriend them rather than fear them. Xilthur nodded. Exactly. Humanity is not to be feared for their carnivorous nature, but to be understood for their adaptability. If you earn their trust, They will stand beside you, fight for you, and even die for you. A deep silence settled over the hall as the students processed this revelation. The horror they had initially felt was now mixed with awe. Class dismissed, Silver said. I suggest you study human history further. It is filled with both nightmares and wonders. As the students filed out, whispers filled the air. The humans were terrifying, yes. But perhaps, just perhaps, they were the greatest allies the galaxy could hope for.